us be not deceived. NATO is an expanding instrument of U.S. global power that provoked Russia into a criminal invasion and occupation of Ukraine.
Based.
This proxy war between the American Empire and the U.S. Federation could lead to World War III.
Russian Federation.
We must. I'm sorry. What did I say? I'm sorry. Russian Federation could lead to World War III. We must stop the war and war crimes, including cluster bombs, used by all parties, and embark on the diplomatic talks that should lead to a just peace. As the great W.E.B. Du Bois wrote in 1945, quote, I seem to see outlined a third world war based on the suppression of Asia and the strangling of Russia, end quote.
Man, what a prediction by W.B. Du Bois.
Yeah, that is amazing.
What a prediction. That's a crazy good prediction. Go ahead.
The Democratic Party is a party of war and Wall Street targeting Russia and China. Let us save our democracy and world by dismantling U.S. militarism at home, as in Cop City. Love how he inserts this here. And abroad, as Martin Luther King Jr. plainly reminded us. Now, not thinking of Keith Olbermann, what in there is triggering here? Like, he literally doesn't even mention Joe Biden. That will be my only critique, if there is a critique. He doesn't say Joe Biden specifically. He says both parties right here. You get what I'm saying? He doesn't say, he says both parties as far as the cluster bombs. So I would say Joe Biden, that would be it. But that's a critique from the left. But he inserts Cop City. What is it that Keith Olbermann has a problem with, Nick? What do you think when you read this, though, as you read it now? Maybe you're having a reaction now. This shit is on point. What's your reaction to the actual tweet before we get to Keith's
this is why
reaction?
This is why we always considered Marianne Wilson's campaign a joke from day one. You guys realize that when you run for president, you're running for the position of commander-in-chief. A lot of people on the left forgot about that. How does it make sense for you to run as president, but you're not running on foreign policy first? A lot of Americans are so propagandized. They're dumb. They're so dumb. They think the president controls legislative agendas. No, the president can sit on support, but that's Congress. If you are someone on the left and you're like, I don't want to talk about foreign policy, it's too complicated. Shut the fuck up and run for House. There's a lot of people that run for president, they think they're going to be weak on foreign policy. I would even say you shouldn't run for Senate because they got very important votes regarding foreign policy as well. You need to stay your ass in the House at best. But this is what Dr. Cornel West is doing, why I think he's running a great campaign this far. And why I think he's a legitimate challenge to the system, running outside the system. But he's challenging the president on his executive actions, his position as commander-in-chief, and that is the most threatening. Criticizing Biden for not getting Build Back Better done is exactly what the Democrats want you to criticize. That's exactly what they want you to do. And you know what AOC does when she criticizes Democrats on the filibuster? Exactly what they want you to do. But Keith Olbermann, to answer your question, has a response that he does because he viewed Dr. Cornel West as not only a real threat to his political team, the Democrats, but his political ideology. His ideology of imperial conquest and domination. So in order to support NATO and have Putin derangement syndrome the way he does, you got to believe in falsehoods and lies. How do you shut down the imperialists? How do you shut down the neocon? You tell truth. You expose the lies of the U.S. And that is enough to have Keith Olbermann tell him to fuck off. But the funny thing is, the most interesting part, and CJ Pastique, I want you to finish your thought, is what he says after this in response to someone else regarding, I think, like the fuck off comment is actually on point. And that's exactly what I expect from Keith Olbermann. Keith Olbermann has been very, very unhinged, right?
You're talking about this right here. Yeah, we're going to get to that,
yeah. That comment right there, and I don't want to spoil your presentation, but whenever we get to it, that comment is actually, I think, the most revealing. But go ahead, CJ, I'll pass it to you because I don't want to spoil it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we read Cornel West's tweet, and it's about to hit 23,000. 4.8 people has been in the feed of 4.8 people on Twitter. 4.8 million, I didn't say, and he's about to hit 23,000 likes. Keith Olbermann chimes in here and says, "Fuck off."
Oh yeah, and I also want to mention. Sorry, CJ, but I also want to mention.
No, go ahead.
This goes back to why RBN hates civility politics so much, because you guys know it only goes one way, and this has been the argument I made from day one. Civility politics go one way. The ordinary people, the ruffians, the peasants, we have to be nice to the ruling class, and if we're not, we are expected to be shunned, right? But that civility does not, the ruling class does not follow it. And I'm not even just talking about Twitter. I'm talking about in general. So the same ruling class that says that we must be civil, they are the ones sticking police on us and shooting up with steel encased bullets that they call rubber bullets. Like there's people who had miscarriages because of the use of tear gas. That that's how the establishment replies to us. They reply to us with strict, harsh state violence, brutal legislation going after us. But when it comes to, they want us to hold on to, you gotta be nice, you gotta be civil. That's not how they treat us, not only just in this Twitter exchange, but in general. But anyway, let's continue. I'll pass it to you, CJ. I can't wait to get to the next part.
Yeah, so he says that, and then the guy says, or Christopher Shelley, I think that's what he says, such a nice guy, being sarcastic, such a nice guy. Yeah. And then this is Keith Olbermann's reply to that guy.
This is what I find interesting.
Go ahead, you can read it since you. I know you want to.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but this is what I find interesting about this exchange, because Keith Olbermann, and not just Keith, because we all know Keith is a clown, right? But he is saying the quiet part out loud here, and this has been my thesis regarding white liberals from day one. My first article was talking about white liberals, right? My almost entire social media presence is me railing against the white liberal. Why? Because many, not even bad allies, but decent allies have no idea how maliciously evil the white liberal is. So what he's saying is, it don't matter what you do in your life, it don't matter if you're advocating for your community, if you're not following the white liberal in their group, all that shit does not count. So what he said he's undone, Dr. Cornel West undone his entire career by getting manipulated into helping Trump. He can completely fuck off. You too. Now,
how do you undo your entire career? Go ahead, and then I'll ask that question after you finish your.
It's a good question. So what white liberals say is, no matter what you do as a black man, no matter what it is, Dr. Cornel West has done incredible stuff in terms of educating, advocating for the black community. That shit does not matter unless you're advocating for the interests of white liberals, of white America, and the Democratic Party. The second you step out of the Democratic Party plantation, because that's literally what it is. It's literally a plantation. The second you get off, you are the undesirable Negro. Dr. Cornel West, a guy who was massively respected by these people, because he had the audacity to run a third-party campaign against Jim Crow Joe, who has an awful record, now his career is undone. You guys see what that? See, Keith Olbermann is a dumbass because he gives us the sound bites that we want. This is the soundbite I've been looking for, because this is the soundbite. This is the tweet that proves my thesis about white liberals correct. Whether people get upset about it or not. I'm not here to protect the feelings of white America and liberals in general. I'm here to tell you what's going on in your culture while we feel the way that we do. And the reason why I tell you guys I have more smoke for white liberals than the white conservative redneck is that in my entire life, I never had a white redneck talk to me like this. I live in fucking Missouri, sold cars in Kansas, and got along with a lot of these motherfuckers. It's always the white liberal that has some shit to say, that feel like they can smear you. Remember, is it Ben Shapiro going after us? Who smeared RBN? Who smeared RBN? Jordan Chariton for status quo. Mm-hmm. Because we didn't follow the white liberal direction of Jordan Chariton. Who else smeared us? Vanguard smeared us. Hassan Piker smeared us. All these people smear black people the second that we don't go along with them, because they have this feeling of being a white savior, and anything that get in the way of that, they're going to attack and destroy. But anyway, go ahead, CJ. There's lots. This very, very lot. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me just see if hold on, right here. What I wanted to this Bob TV. For those, remember that video I played of Peter Dow, the black guy, the intro video? Bob TV found me and started following me. and I follow him back. But this is the actual guy. That video is a video I play about Peter Dow. This is his reaction. He says, "No, you could completely fuck off. You came undone a long time ago. Trump got you deranged. You are sick. You used to be the man. Now you are mentally insane and need an intervention." And that's what Bob TV. I just wanted to give a shout out to Bob TV. So a couple of other reactions I'll show, and then we'll go ahead and end the segment. And you can do another story if you got any, or we can do some quick stories again.
We can wrap on this one. I don't want to rush to the NATO story, so I might do that tomorrow for Nick and Night. So we can wrap up this segment.
Okay, so here's Sabby, RBN, our RBN sister Sabby. Witness Keith Olbermann's disrespect for Cornel West. It's the same disrespect he had for the black female college basketball player. Keith is the white moderate MLK warned you about. When black people don't get in line, he loses it. He's still on the plantation. Base Sabby.
Yeah, click Sabby's tweet because I seen the tweet, and then scroll down because she has some receipts backing that up because this is a pattern of behavior.
Oh, let me make it smaller so we can see it better. Okay, so here. Oh, okay, so it continues. So let me continue then. Keith wears the typical quote, "I'm the smart white liberal, so listen to me," end quote, black rimmed glasses, claims that he cares about social rights, but Keith and many like him will kick you out and gentrify your neighborhood. This is why the white moderate is dangerous. And here's her I'm showing. So he replies in the message. Then he also quote tweets the same thing. So 2 times he does the fuck off thing, and that's Keith Olbermann. And then she continues right here. Let's remember what he said to Angel Reese. There's a pattern here. What a fucking idiot. Angel Reese to Catelyn.
And if you guys don't remember, look at Keith Olbermann's response to that black athlete. I didn't do a story on this. I think JB and Sabby covered this. But there was this college basketball game, I guess, that happened, and it was mostly one largely white team, a white girl team, and there was a largely black girl team. And during this finals, there was a ton of trash talk. Like one of the white girls did "you can't see me" shit after she crossed over one of the black girls. Then one other black girl said "fuck you" and stuff. Like it was a very heated game. That's why it caused a lot of national discussion because they were like, "Man, oh my god, these motherfuckers talking hella shit," and despite the fact that and the white team, both teams were doing it. Both teams were talking shit. Keith Olbermann responded to the black athlete, and it's a stop screenshot, but he responded to one of the gifts where she like put this. I said it wrong. I think she was the one who did the "I can't see me" thing. It was her, and she did.
Yeah, she was.
It was all these gifts of her saying "you can't see me." They were talking shit in the middle of the match. But instead of calling out the white athletes who were talking shit, he called out the black athletes and called them a fucking idiot because they had the audacity. So the question Sabby's asking here, why are you calling out one but not the other? Why do you have this standard of respectability for Dr. Cornel West and black athletes, but the white athletes will let off the hook? Once again, and the reason why I point this out, I think it's important for Sabby to point this out, because liberals like Keith Olbermann are the white saviors who would tell you that MAGA's racist. They will tell you that the Republicans are racist, and they are above it all. We are amazing on race issues, but they are not. They are just as problematic on race issues as MAGA. The idea that white liberals just give themselves the pass, "Oh, I vote Democrat. Oh, I voted for Barack Obama 2 times, so I'm not racist." That is bullshit, and everyone will tell you that. But anyway, that was a great thread by Sabby because she came with the receipts.
Just a couple more here. Here's another one from Tim Nielsen. Know him on Twitter. Keith Olbermann telling Cornel West to F off is probably the best endorsement of Cornel West available, and that is absolutely true. And then I have yours too. Let me go to my bookmarks here just to read a couple more reaction here, and then we can close out. I don't think we just missed one story, but we're gonna just push that to another stream. Tomorrow is our appearance on Due Dissidence. So make sure everybody tune in to that. Do you know the time? I'm not looking at the message.
I think it's at 7 Central. That's my time. So 5 your time, I believe.
Okay, yeah, it's 5 my time. Okay, this is the one I wanted to show also. This is, and we can end on this one.
I was about to show that too. Yeah, look.
He was gonna show it.
Yeah, I'm glad he put it up. I almost forgot. I'm glad he put it up. This is the deeply serious person that we're dealing with here. Now we know Keith Olbermann is a giant psychopath. Like when you look at how he pushed Russiagate, his unhinged Trump conspiracy theories. He called for everyone to go to war and kill Vladimir Putin. One of the most unhinged motherfuckers that you can find. And this picture sums his character up more than anything. What kind of person takes a photo op with the U.S. flag like this? And the premise, because I remember when this
Wait, no, I thought this was a meme. I thought this was a meme.
This is real,
I thought
CJ.
they inserted his head on.
No, my sweet summer child. My brother. Because I remember when this photo first came out, where he was like, when this photo first came out, he was talking about how the scourge of Trumpism and how we gotta protect America. The whole thing was like, oh, we are to start protecting America. So this is me posing with the flag that I love and protect. The most cringe shit that you can find. Good you're the guardian of the flag, huh? You're the guardian of the flag. Captain America, Keith Olbermann right now. Imagine taking this picture without it being parody. Like, I can see myself doing this. I can see myself doing this as a parody. Like, if I was parodying someone who's a liberal patriot, I was like, hey, look at me. I'm dressed in the flag. Look how much I love this country. But he's serious. This is dead ass serious. Keith Olbermann, like, I'm going to take a picture with me and my flag. Then everyone will realize how patriotic I am. Unbelievably clown shit. I'm glad that Murray Kimberly tweeted about it as well. Baby needs his blanket.
Wow. I thought that was a total. I thought that was a meme, and I was like, wow.
I think it was in GQ, if I remember right.
Wow, this makes this worse.
I think this is
but you see
here it is. Let me show you.
You see what the people in the media are used for. They're used to convince you. You know, you got because he used to be in sports also. You build up an audience, and then didn't they do the political bidding of the ruling class?
Look at this.
Ridiculous.
This is worse than I thought. Because I remember when it first dropped. I don't know if you see this, CJ. I remember when it first dropped. Look at how they promoted this. And not only just a photo op, but look at the headline. Watch the resistance with Keith Olbermann. Donald Trump is our next president, which means Keith is not going anywhere. Catch every episode of his new GQ show, The Resistance, and then come join the fight. So, guys, this is the picture that Keith Olbermann used to promote his show. Like, and you guys thought it was a parody. But this is dead ass how they view the world. Vladimir Putin is the bad guy. Donald Trump is the bad guy. I represent the red, white, and blue. We are the good guys. It's literally cartoon shit. The way they view reality. Like, they view real life like a Marvel movie. Vladimir Putin is Thanos. Joe Biden, no, not Joe Biden. No, Keith Olbermann is Captain America. Keith Olbermann is Captain America. Putin is Thanos. Well, I should say, just in relation to this story, because you're talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is Thanos, and Keith Olbermann is the Captain America that's going to slay him. That's how childlike their worldview is.
This is Terrain Walker. This is how Keith Olbermann, enemy of Trump, friend of blacks, responds to Dr. Cornel West. No one should be surprised by this. Over 50 years ago, both Malcolm and MLK told us how white liberals and moderates operate. And he shows both. This on the right, that's MLK, but we're going to read the one on the left, Malcolm X. And let me just read from the autobiography of Malcolm X. You can say for many Southern white people that individually they have been paternalistically helpful to many individual Negroes. But the Northern white man, he grinds with his teeth and his mouth. He has always been full of tricks and lies of equality and integration. When one day all over America, a black hand touched the white man's shoulder, and the white man turned, and there stood the Negro saying, Me too. Why? The Northern liberals shrank from the black man with as much guilt, dread as any Southern white man. Basically, they're the same here. And this last one from we're not going to read because it's a lot longer, but he goes into it. MLK talks about it too. This isn't the short tweet, the short quote that everybody's accustomed about, white moderates are blah blah blah. This is when they go in depth in talking about it, so I thought it was good to include it